Hey my beautiful Aries peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your August 2023 tarot reading. How are ya? I hope all is well. I just want to mention before we start, if you guys are interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. You can find that information in the first link in the description below. There should be some sort of pop-up here if you want to participate in the summer sale. Check it out if you're interested. So, we're going to start out your reading here for August with the 3 big topics to focus on coming into the month here. So we first start out here with this memories card. It does say cherish memories of loved ones. So for some of you here, you could be really missing somebody a little bit extra here this month. This might be the energy here of somebody that maybe is no longer with you here at this time that you might be missing and that you're really, starting to think about pretty often here coming into the month here of August. There might be something special about it. Maybe they were a Leo, right? Something of that nature. But I think that this is a month that's going to kind of open you up to realize that whether or not this is missing somebody extra who may have passed on or crossed the rainbow road, this can also be the energy here of just cherishing memories in general and recognizing that where you're at in this present moment is a process of you creating memories too. If you've ever looked at the reflection of, oh man, remember the good old days? Little do you know, you're in the process of creating the good old days right now. So it's almost as if it's telling you, cherish the memories of the past, of course, but cherish the memories you're creating right now, because what you're doing right now, one day inevitably will be the good old days too. Okay, so that's something really cool to look at. Now, the next card we have here is this Pride card. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. All right, I like that. Definitely the energy to take a little bit more pride in yourself. I feel like if you haven't been focusing on being a little bit more prideful or being a little bit more self-loving, this is definitely going to be I cannot speak today for some reason, Aries, but this is definitely going to be the time, okay, for you guys to focus a little bit more on loving yourself extra and giving yourself a bit of a pat on the back is what I feel here for you, because I think for many of you, you might be looking at your accomplishments, how far you've come, and maybe you're not putting in the most amount of pride in that, or maybe you're not taking the most pride in that. Maybe you're kind of, how do I say this, shorting yourself, if you will, or selling yourself short. I think you've done a lot and you've accomplished a lot and you've created a lot and you should be proud of how far you've come. So focusing on how far you've come, I think, is really going to help you out here moving into the month of August. Okay. Yeah. And especially with memories coming in here for you as well. It's like if you're taking a trip down memory lane and a part of you doesn't feel proud of how far you've come, really take the time to look and see just how much has changed and really take the time to be aware of just how much positive change you've created as well. Because like I said, sometimes we have a tendency of really selling ourselves short. And I feel like in this specific situation, you've done so much more than you are giving yourself credit for. So really credit yourself a lot more. Now, lastly, we have a marriage card coming in here for you. So for some of you guys, can be some marriage coming in here for you, jumping into the month of August. If you're getting married this month, congratulations. Absolutely love that to you, or love that for you. Okay. Don't roll with it today, guys. I don't know why I am not communicating properly. Roll with it. Either way, marriage card coming into play here for you. It is an energy of possibly seeing some of you here getting married. But think about the idea of marriage, right? It's joining and having a union to something or someone. So you could be marrying a person here this month, or you can be coming into union with something else in your life, whether that be coming into union with what you really believe in, coming into union with what you love and what you respect or what you're passionate about. So I definitely think that whatever it is you feel like your energy is married to, this would be a great time to focus on that and really put a lot of extra energy into it. Okay. If you're very passionate about a certain project, really put a lot of attention to detail, a lot of focus into that project this month. If you feel really connected here to a certain type of idea, get that idea started. If this is about your occupation, if it's about your passion for someone else, I feel like the more energy you can put into what you love here this month, definitely you can get a good return on investment from investing in it at this time. Okay, cool guys, really good start to your read here today. Absolutely loving it. So let's go ahead and move on forward here, and we're going to hop on into your tarot. So getting on into the tarot here for Aries, let's go ahead and see what's up here, baby. What do we got showing up here for the Ram fam? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout August 2023. What's going to be going on here for Team Aries? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus signs throughout August 2023. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we have here the Nine of Swords, looking at the current energy, the Hangman, what it is you're dealing with. We got here the Nine of Cups, and then looking at the outcome, or the current outcome, we have a Strength card showing up here as well. Now, you could be dealing with a Leo, and you also could be connecting here with a Pisces. Now, the Nine of Swords is typically a card that does represent feeling like you are overwhelmed with either negativity, an energy of sadness, an energy of stress, could be any of the sorts. It typically represents lower vibrational energies. So it's kind of like you're feeling like you might be living in a little bit of a nightmarish vibe. But looking at the current energy here paired with the Nine of Swords is giving me the vibe of like, I don't know, I just feel like I've been stuck in a really bad headspace lately. I feel like I've been stuck in a really negative spot that's been pretty hard to get out of. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Nine of Cups, I think there's a lot here that you're trying to do to bring forth self-fulfillment, but it feels like no matter how much times or how many times you keep trying to please yourself, you feel like no matter what, you keep going back here to the Nine of Swords. The Strength card here is the energy of holding yourself back. So it's almost showing me like a blockage is what I'm getting, like a mental image. So I feel like I'm trying so hard to be happy. I'm trying so hard to be self-fulfilled. But every time I try to do something good for myself, I don't know, I feel like I go back to this base point of just being in a negative headspace. It seems like I just can't shake the feeling. So you feel pretty stuck and pretty trapped here at this time in a place of negativity. Now, I've been there plenty of times. I think that it's a part of the ups and downs in life. Sometimes it's just so hard to get out of a negative space and a negative headspace. Sometimes it just feels like life is way too much and there's a lot going on that isn't benefiting us, but there is always a way to get out, and we're going to figure out what that way will be for you here today, okay? Now, let's have a look and see about maybe some of the things that are troubling you here. So clarifying the Nine of Swords, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Magician showing up too, and we have the Tower coming into play here for you guys as well. Now, the Seven of Swords can be deception, which is the energy of lying, cheating, stealing. It could be external deception, or it could be just your overall internal deception, meaning that there's self-deception at play. But let's take a look. Magician card is the card of manifestation. It also is the card that says you have all the tools necessary in order to make something happen. The Tower here is a card that represents there is a foundation in your life that's rocky, bumpy, and unstable. This is a foundation that needs to be rebuilt instead of continuing to patch the foundation. And the Seven of Swords, like I mentioned, is deception. I feel like what's stressing you out here is trying to fix things that just seem like they can't get fixed. It seems really tough to keep on trying to repair or patch something that is really broken beyond repair. You know, think about that in certain cases with a car. If a car is totaled, you know, you're more than likely better scrapping the car, going with a new car rather than trying to repair. Sometimes, you know, irreparable damage, you know, can't be repaired in general. So I think that that's something showing up here in your life, whether it be a certain relationship that feels like it's beyond repair, whether it be your work situation, whether it be your situation in general, whatever it is you may be dealing with, right? And I think that that's what's been stressing you the heck out. But it's not always a bad thing seeing what else life has to offer. You know, sometimes the things that we keep on working super hard on, thinking that it's what we're meant to do, is showing us that maybe it's not what we're meant to do, but instead maybe we're meant for something else. A lot of the time when we face resistance in our lives, I kind of find that as a key indicator that maybe we should be doing something different, because if we can get into an energy of flow, things are going to feel right, things are going to align perfectly, things are going to work out. But if we're constantly fighting the tide here instead of going with the wave, then usually to me it's an indicator that maybe we should switch up and be open and see what else life has to offer. So I feel like that might be something major to convey to you guys this month. Maybe it's time to focus on something else instead of what you're focusing on trying to rebuild now. And it's okay to invest in something new. Even though it may not feel that way, it is okay. All right. All right, guys, moving forward, let's see what the challenge is for you coming into August 2023. What's the challenge coming up here for Aries? And that challenge is going to be the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the card of fulfillment. It is a card of love. So I do think that there is a lot of challenges right now, I think, for some of you when it comes to self-love. And I think for others of you, there's a challenge here when it comes towards just being able to be happy and fulfilled. I think that once again, you have a dream in your head or an idea in your head of what's going to make you happy. And I think you're sticking to it no matter what. But I think that there could be other revenues of happiness. that you're not seeing here at this time because you're very tunnel visioned in to this one thing being the only thing that can make you happy. You know, I remember in the past thinking that if I was in a relationship with this specific girl, right? I was in an on and off relationship with somebody in the past, and I was thinking to myself, you know, if I could just be with her, you know, everything in my life would be perfect. I'd be super fucking happy dappy. And then, you know, a reconciliation happened. Didn't last for long. You know, typically I should have saw the warning signs that it was time to move on. But besides that fact, I thought it would fix everything. And yeah, maybe it fixed my love life temporarily, but it didn't fix everything else. You know, so sometimes when we get super tunnel visioned on something, thinking that it will be the key to all of our happiness, we have to remember that there are different revenues of happiness that we can get, right? Just like you can get different revenues of cash flow and money, you can get different things in life that provide, you know, happiness and joy and things of that nature. So you're really tunneled on something. I think that if you can get out of the tunnel vision, it can really, really help you out here this month, Aries, okay? I think that that would be a major key of releasing this negative headspace you might have been in. All right, moving on forward here for you. Let's have a look here and see what you can expect for the rest of the month. Two of Cups, moving from the Ace to the Deuce. I like it. Why do we got this Two of Cups, though? Tell me about the Two of Cups here for Aries. And that's going to be an Emperor, which is Aries' card. We got here an Empress, and we got a Six of Cups. Okay. So taking a look here at what you can expect for the rest of August 2023, Two of Cups is the card here of connection. Now, Emperor card here is the card of control. It is the card here of I can do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, right? So I feel here for you, you're really starting to realize that you have this power of choice. I feel like your situation here has made you feel pretty powerless for a while. You know, when you try to make something work that it doesn't make you feel very powerful, right? Have you ever had a stressful situation where you tried to like fix something? Maybe let's see, you try to fix something on your computer and it's like no matter how many times you try to fix it, the program keeps on bugging out and lagging and freezing, and you're like, at the end of the day, I am trying to control and take control of this situation, but it's just not working. And then have you ever noticed too, right? You take a break from it and you come back to it later and you figure out what's wrong. So it's funny how that works, but I kind of feel like it's similar to the energy you're going to be experiencing here coming into August. It's like, listen, right now, if something in my life isn't working, maybe I do need some space from it, you know? Maybe it's time to see what else I connect with here with the Two of Cups. So I feel like this is you recognizing I only have a certain level of control, a certain sense of control in my life. I can't control everything, and I can't control the outcome to everything. So if something isn't working, I'm going to release control of what is not within my own personal control, and I'm going to focus on what it is that I can do instead. So it's about releasing what is beyond your power versus focusing what's in your power. And I think that by doing so, the Empress card coming into play for you, you're going to start to feel not only a lot more growth coming in here for you in your life, but you're going to start to feel a lot more stability and a lot more blessed and a lot more abundant, right? So this is essentially the energy, Aries, of not fighting against the tide, but instead you're going with the flow. All right, listen, something ain't working out for me. I've been trying to make it work. It's been stressing me out. Let's see what else works for me. Let's see what else I'm connected to and give it a go. And I think that once you shift to that one other thing that you feel connected to, it works flawlessly. Point blank period. You know, let's say that you've been trying to make a relationship work here with a past partner for a while, and it's been stressing you out because it's not working, but that new person that wanted to go out on a date with you asks you out again, and you finally decide to say yes this time, and you realize that this person's absolutely amazing. It's like, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? You know? Maybe you've been getting intuitively nudged to a new career for a while. Your current career wasn't working, but you give the new career a chance and oh my God, this career is fucking awesome and I'm making a shit ton of money, right? So it's kind of that energy of like giving a chance here to maybe what else you could be connected to. And once you do, you start to see the abundance coming from it. You know, we got here a Six of Cups, card of the past, but also a card of acceptance. I feel like the universe is trying to say you just need to accept that there could be a better path for you. And if you can do that, you can see a better path for sure. All right, Aries, hopping on into the overall outcome for you guys for August 2023. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Aries? And what do we got? The Sun. Happiness coming on in for you. Okay. Love that, guys. So I think that you're going to be pretty happy here at the end of the month with the fact that you decided here to not fight against the tide, but instead to go with the flow. All right. I'm being guided to something else. Fuck it. Let's entertain it. Let's see what happens. And it works for you pretty dang well. So there is a new opportunity arising, and I see you guys taking it. And I think that once again, I want to go back for a moment to the Pride card. When I looked at the 3 big things to focus on, I think that, you know, a situation may not be working for you or working out super well for you as it once did anymore. And that's definitely very upsetting. But I think that the universe wants you to take pride again in how far you've even come in that situation. You know, it's like, okay, it hasn't worked for me anymore, but it did in the past, and you did a lot of hard work and you put a lot in and you've achieved a lot. So that's something to appreciate. And remember, memories are always going to be there. They're always going to be something you can look back on. I feel like in a way the universe wants you to know, like, you can always look back on those memories with fondness, you know? That's the reason why memories are there. You know, you don't have to look at those memories and live in them forever. You know, it is time here to move forward and create new memories, but you can always go back there if you need to and appreciate the times you had when things were good with certain scenarios. But now it's time for even better. You know, this is the blessing in disguise you don't see coming. All right, guys, let's have a look here and see what the most important message is going to be here for Aries, please. Throughout August 2023, what's the most important message coming up here for Team Aries? We have here the Star. Love it. Moving into the next card, 9 of Pentacles. And lastly for you, we got a 3 of Swords. Yep, it is the time here to separate yourself. 3 of Swords. From the pain, from what's not working, from what's been upsetting. 3 of Swords here says, pull out of this 9 of Swords energy. It's not worth it, right? Get out of tunnel vision, open up yourself to different experiences, and you will claim abundance, 9 of Pentacles. You will claim independence, 9 of Pentacles. You will claim confidence. And also with the Star card, you will claim alignment, meaning that you're going to get to exactly where you need to go. So as long as you can detach here this month, you will be blessed with everything that you haven't been able to see, because finally, being able to detach is what will open up your eyes. Okay? All right, guys, moving on into our last portion of today's video, we're going to have a look and see if there's any advice coming in from the universe. So is there any advice showing up from the universe here for Aries throughout August 2023? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have here a King of Pentacles showing up for you. Moving into the next card, we got here the Page of Wands. And lastly, we have a Queen of Cups coming into play as well. Taking a look here at advice from the universe. King of Pentacles. You are a person who's meant to have abundance. You're deserving and worthy of abundance. So when it comes to the King of Pentacles, allow yourself to be open to different types of experiences. It's kind of funny how on the King of Pentacles, you can see one coin, which would represent the Ace of Pentacles, which is cards of opportunity or a card of opportunity. So I feel like the universe is trying to say here in terms of advice, the new opportunity is what will bless you. The new opportunity is what will bring abundance. The new opportunity is what will bring comfortability in a certain area of life where you have felt uncomfortable. Okay? So trust the process with that King of Pentacles. Page of Wands, you know, allowing yourself to maybe not look at situations in such a serious manner, but instead start re-exploring things in more of a fun manner can be a really great asset to you. You know, sometimes in life when we take things a little bit too seriously, it can become quite a dull moment. You know, when we take things a little bit too intensely, it can become way too much pressure. I feel like the universe is trying to say, despite whatever your situation is here, you know, whether you've been dealing with resistance in love, resistance in career, you know, I understand that in certain scenarios, there are things that, like, let's say, for example, career, right? That can be something that can put a lot of pressure on you because if you're not doing too well career, you need money to make a living. But sometimes if you get way too serious about it, and if that becomes all you focus on, it's only going to continue to stress you out more. I feel like the universe is saying tap into something that's a little bit more fun. You know, maybe take a look at some careers that aren't going to drive you nuts with boring work, but instead look at something that maybe, you know, brings in some passion for you or kind of sparks some, you know, childlike wonder or something of that nature. You know, maybe think about, I hear this for some of you guys, maybe go take a trip down memory lane and think about when you were a kid. What did you want to be when you were a kid? You know, there might be something there for you that even today would resonate with you. Okay. So just throwing that out there for some of you that are confused on career paths, you know, what did you want to be when you were a kid? It might be a viable career for you here going forward in the present moment. All right. But I definitely feel like this is the energy of the universe saying you guys need to lighten up a little bit, especially if things have been very tense, very serious. The stress is not something that'll help you, but being more relaxed is going to be a great asset too. And lastly, in terms of advice from the universe, we have here the Queen of Cups. Stay in tune with your emotions, okay? This is not a time, Aries, to bottle up your feelings and emotions. It is a time to be very expressing of your feelings and emotions as well. I think you've been going through a very tough, stressful period of resistance. And it's like one of the worst feelings to go through, you know, when you're trying and trying and trying, but there's no result. I think that the Queen of Cups is also kind of encouraging you in a way that if you feel like you need to let it out and talk to people and communicate to people, don't be afraid here. The universe says to message a friend, to reach out to a family member, to reach out to somebody you can trust, to just talk about a lot of the stresses you've been undergoing, because believe it or not, talking about it is a great form of releasing a lot of those stressors that you've dealt with for whatever kind of period of time you've been dealing with this entire situation. So Aries, if you need to reach out and if you need to blow off steam, communication is key. Share what you've been feeling, because talking about it can really help you out. Even writing about it can really help you out too. So whatever you can do to get out your emotions, definitely make sure you bring that into your situation, okay? All right, though, guys. With that being said, Team Ram fam, honored to read for you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity here today to do your reading for August 2023. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I hit the mark on what you needed to know, and whatever advice I can give, I hope it really, really helps out. So thank you guys so much for coming out. It's super appreciated. I do want to mention, guys, if you can drop a like, that'd be awesome if you enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you are new here and you're interested in joining the Soul family, I'd be more than happy to have you. So definitely consider subscribing. If you're new here, I'd love to introduce you into the Soul family. If you're interested in personal readings, guys, once again, you can get a personal reading with me on CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below. I'll be happy to have you there as well. If you're interested in one but Aries, have a lovely August. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.